Lola Hen and Esther and Fanny Guinea have just moved from Holly's farm to Blackberry Lane. And there they met those famous Blackberry Lane cats, a dog named Domino, a little boy named Ethan, and their new mom with the red curly hair the color of Wally Rooster's feathers. You know who the new mom is?
Yes.
Who?
Yes.
Me.
Me.
I'm the new mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Wally Rooster's so busy showing off for the cats and Domino that he doesn't know how scared his little friends are. Fanny Guinea says to Esther and Lola Hen, "It's scary here, and Wally Rooster's being bossy. Let's run and hide." Lola Hen says, "I'm afraid to leave. I'm going to stay here with Wally Rooster." So Esther and Fanny Guinea run down Blackberry Lane and through the pasture until they reach Alex's farm next door. The whole time they're running, Esther and Fanny Guinea hear Wally Rooster calling, "Please come back. I'm supposed to look after you." See?
Yeah.
This is Fanny, this is Esther, and this is Wally. And you know what? Wally's the same name as my daddy.
I have that book too.
You do?
Yeah.
That one.
Yes, I do, Mom.
Okay, look here. Over at Alex's farm, Fanny and Esther Guinea fly high up into this barn loft, see?
Yes.
And there they sleep. They fall asleep and spend the night in that barn. The next morning, Esther and Fanny Guinea make a new friend. They meet a beautiful horse named Velvet. Velvet Horse says, "Welcome to Alex's farm. Let's go play in the pasture. You can ride on my back and I'll show you around." And they really did ride on Velvet's back. That's how sweet that horse is. So the little guineas fly up on Velvet Horse's back and off they go for a whole fun day. And then that night, you know what they did?
Yeah.
What? They spent the night in the stall where Velvet sleeps. They spent the night with Velvet Horse. The sun is shining bright the next morning, and Esther and Fanny Guinea hear a dog barking outside. Growling, and they get scared and they say, "Oh no, I bet it's Domino's found us." But Velvet Horse said, "No, it's really Sadie. Sadie's the dog that lives here on the farm, and this is Sadie." Sadie jumps on me every time you see her. Feeling like crazy. Sadie doesn't like to share her farm. She doesn't want to share. She chases and barks at Velvet Horse all the time. Don't get in Sadie's way. She'll get you. So Esther and Fanny Guinea wonder about Sadie as they peep around the barn door. Sadie sees the little guineas and barks at them, saying, "Go away. You don't belong here. Go back to Wally Rooster over on Blackberry Lane. I'm in charge around here." So Esther and Fanny Guinea are afraid of Sadie and jump up on Velvet Horse's back and go to the far end of the pasture to look for food. See that mean look on Sadie's face? Well, that afternoon, look what happened. Granddad Jim and Ethan and Wally Rooster decide to go over to Alex's farm and see if they can find Esther and Fanny Guinea and bring them back. And the whole time, Wally Rooster's crowing, "Please come home, please come home. Everyone misses you, and I promise I'll be nice to you." So the guineas run as fast as they can from Granddad Jim and Ethan and Wally Rooster. And then Fanny discovers that there's a blackberry patch, so they go jump in it and hide. And then, after everybody left, they went back to the barn and spent the night again. So the next morning, look, Velvet Horse has a carrot.
I like carrots.
I do too. The next morning, Velvet Horse told Esther and Fanny Guinea, "Y'all need to give that little boy Ethan a chance. He brings me carrots and apples every day and rubs my nose. I bet he would feed you too if you went back to Blackberry Lane. And Wally Rooster really wants you to come home. So after much thought, Esther and Fanny Guinea decide to go back to Blackberry Lane. And then maybe Wally Rooster can stop crowing and keeping everyone awake. So Esther and Fanny Guinea say goodbye to Velvet Horse with the promise to visit often. Oh my, look who that is. Who is that?
Mom.
Mom, that's the mom with the red curly hair. Who's me, Over on Blackberry Lane, as Wally Rooster and Lola Hen are eating their breakfast, they see Esther and Fanny Guinea marching down the driveway. Wally Rooster and Lola Hen cry out, "Mom, Mom, Esther and Fanny Guinea are coming home. Please bring some food for them." So Wally Rooster and Lola Hen are so loud that Mom hears them and is so happy to see Esther and Fanny Guinea that they decide to stay a while and see if they like it. But they're only going to stay if those old cats leave them alone, and if Domino leaves them alone, and if Ethan and Granddad Jim will leave them alone. Because after all, Esther and Fanny Guinea want a happy home with lots of love. Wally Rooster and Lola Hen are so happy to have Esther and Fanny Guinea back. They spend the whole day showing them around. They show them the garden and the flowers and all the great places to play. But you know what happened that night? It's hard for him. That night, Esther refused to go to bed. No, excuse me, Fanny refused to go to bed. Fanny is the stubborn one. Right. Even Wally Rooster stops bossing them around so much, except at bedtime. And Wally said, "We have to go to bed before dark. Rocky Raccoon and Freddie Fox come after dark and they will get you. You have to fly up into the tree." But Fanny Guinea said, "No, I am not. I want to play. I'm still hungry. I am staying out. You can't make me fly up into that tree." And Esther said, "Please, something might happen to you." But Fanny refused. She was stubborn, just like the real Fanny. She would not fly up into that tree. So Wally Rooster thought, well, I'll just have to watch him from the tree, I guess. I'll have to keep an eye on her. And you know what? It's starting to get dark. And Freddie Fox is watching Fanny. And so he starts to sneak up on her. See him? Freddie Fox is sneaking up on Fanny Guinea. And he jumps on her. Look. He jumps on her, and Wally Rooster has to fly down out of the tree and starts pecking Freddie Fox. Peck, 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 and flying at him until finally Fanny Guinea has to fly back up into the tree to get away from him. And that's when Fanny realized that Wally was really just trying to be nice to her and look after her, and that she really had a happy and loving home here.